What is up, you guys? Thank you guys for tuning in and thank you for watching. Today, we have some pretty interesting stories amongst the comic book movie scene, and I wanted to talk to you guys about it. So let's get into it. The first thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was Spider-Man: Far From Home. So this movie is supposedly releasing 3 days earlier than it was supposed to before. So with the original release date of July 5th, 2019, it has now moved up to July 2nd on a Tuesday. And I don't know exactly why they did this, but I'm fine with it. I mean, it's cool. I think it's kind of strange that they would release it on a Tuesday. I would understand if they released it on July 4th, exactly, because, it's July 4th. It would make sense. But they decided to push it up to July 2nd, which is pretty awesome. I guess they got the okay, and they're like, hey, let's just release it a little earlier. So that's pretty cool. That's some really cool news. I'm excited for Spider-Man: Far From Home. I love every single Spider-Man movie that comes out. I mean, I don't love them, but I'm always excited for a new Spider-Man movie. Sam Raimi was obviously my favorite Spider-Man movies, but I'm really excited to see Mysterio on the big screen fighting against Spider-Man or joining against him to fight Hydro Man. I'm not exactly sure what's gonna happen, but yeah, I'm really excited for that. I just can't wait to see what happens with Spider-Man: Far From Home and how Endgame leads into that. So with that being said, July 2nd, we're getting Spider-Man: Far From Home. Let me know, guys, what you guys think about it. Are you guys hyped for Mysterio? You guys hyped for Spider-Man being in Europe? I mean, just let me know down below. But this will lead into my next story, which is John Cena. Yeah, John Cena really taking off with his career now. Apparently, he's in the talks to be in the new Suicide. I can't fucking. Holy shit! I'm over stuttering like a. God damn, I sound like a fucking chainsaw or something. John Cena in the talks to be in Suicide Squad, and apparently his character got leaked, or a potential character he could play is Peacemaker. Now, I didn't know exactly who Peacemaker was, so I did a little bit of searching up, and I got a little biography here. And it says that Peacemaker, or Christopher Smith, is a pacifist diplomat dedicated on peace and willing to use force to get his point across. He has a special arsenal of non lethal weapons. Most of the people he goes against are dictators and warlords. And I'll put some pictures up on the screen of Peacemaker. And I mean, I don't really know what to say. I've never heard of this character, and I think he would be a good asset to the Suicide Squad, a nice breath of fresh air. And if anybody could do a character right, I think James Gunn could do it really well. So I'm excited to see what Suicide Squad 2 turns into. Because as you know, the first one wasn't very successful. I didn't really like it. It wasn't very memorable for me, and I think that's what I look for in comic book movies nowadays is some memorability. I want something to look back and think, wow, that was really cool, and just not be another comic book movie in a sense. So I just hope James Gunn has a good script for this movie. I hope they do it right, because they have a lot of superstars on that cast. With Margot Robbie playing Harley Quinn again, and Idris Elba, taking the role of Will Smith as Deadshot. So we'll see how that turns out. Can't really say much about it. I think I don't know. There's not really much news about it except for characters coming out. So we'll see how it turns out. So the last and final thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was Swamp Thing, and apparently it's going to. I believe it's only going to do season one, or they might do like half of a season. I'm not exactly sure, but there has been some rumors and some news that it will not. It will not be following through with DC's current plans, so they might have to scrap it all. Just releasing maybe half a season or a full season. I'm not exactly sure on the whole story, but this is probably the most disappointing news for me, because I love Swamp Thing. I read the 2012 DC New 52 Swamp Thing, and I absolutely loved it. I still haven't read the Alan Moore Swamp Thing, and I really want to read that one day, because Swamp Thing is just one of those characters that it's such a different perspective of a superhero, and it's kind of this this tale of someone that's just looked down upon because he's this creature, this quite hideous creature, and yeah, he just, I don't know. I just I really hope that they could just pull it off, and figure out a way to bring Swamp Thing the way he deserves to be written and brought to the big screen or the TV screen, whatever they bring it to. But to make this feel a little better, they released a little teaser of Swamp Thing and the prosthetics and the whole get up that the actor will be wearing in the show, and it looks awesome, man. It looks so cool. It looks exactly what I would want to see if Swamp Thing was a real life character, like brought to real life. So that makes me feel a bit better, and hopefully if the show's really good, they could, and it gets a lot of press and a lot of love, maybe they could bring it back for another season. But we'll just have to wait and see if that happens. So with that being said, I'll leave the link to all the articles down below if you guys want to check them out. And I guess I'll end the video there. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.